from the message, the lesson of this poetic piece story, that all the men were blind. Each had their own opinion. Each man partly was right, but mostly all of them were wrong. And for me, the message that was taken from this poetic wisdom and how it was applied to strategic management was that they all had their own way of describing what they felt. The men could not see, but they all had a plan, which was a strategy that led to their thoughts and their opinion of how they felt.
Yep. So I kind of had basically similar thoughts to that. I put that ultimately, all opinions matter, and kind of like one of the stories in Plan to Win, the CEO would hold meetings and didn't want anybody else to talk, really gave his presentation and that was it, and didn't really open it up for other people's input. And this kind of echoes to everyone's dialogue's important, and not to be narrow-minded, be very open-minded.
I agree. I think that in that moral also is just that even if you disagree with someone, there's usually some truth in what they have to say, even when there's differencing of opinions. And so instead of arguing like blind men, we should all just kind of reason and try to maybe find the common ground. In essence, it'll help be better strategically.
Yeah, I kind of hit on what y'all are hitting on. I just had that, they all had different perspectives about what the elephant was, or how it was, how they compared it to different things based on what they felt, not what they could see. And so based on strategic management for a company, if they had stopped arguing about the individual pieces and took all of their concepts together, so like all levels of a company working together, and didn't just focus on the individual goals but the big picture, then that's how strategic management comes into play to make a company successful. And if they had taken all of their ideas and perspectives and put them together, then they could have possibly understood better of what the elephant actually looked like, even though they couldn't see him.
Okay, I think mine is almost in similar lines. So I just put the terminology like people should be open to competition, and that's what is probably one of the core competency any leader should have, because leaders can guide the best. Like, you should be competitive, because then only you can survive. Like, you cannot do, like, if it is only one business, you cannot succeed in the competitive market. You need to take advantage of the competition and grow along with the others. And I had a couple of other points, like, regardless of you agree or not with others, it is good strategic management to listen to all, be open to any ideas, and then decide based on the pros and cons on everything. And I had like some rough points here and there, like where it says like our learning from the previous chapter, where strategic management shows us the importance of the 5 Ps. So if we try to analyze more, maybe it teaches us the same strategic management, but in a more like liberal way through story. That's what I put it in.
Yeah, I also kind of had something that could say, like, executives use the tools in strategic management like SWOT analysis, PESTLE, 5 forces, strategy maps, all these things that are kind of like putting all the other blind men's pieces together, and all of it summed up can be the elephant. And that's kind of the same way they could look at a business and strategy, combine all those tools together to have the full strategic plan.
And if you're not willing to listen, you can't be an effective leader either.
Yeah, agree. You can take decision, but listen to everybody and then decide what works best for team and the organization in turn. Yeah. And I think one conclusion we have from this discussion is basically where it says like all parts of the elephant, and that's what is the message which is conveyed to the CEOs. Like, see the holistic view and don't be biased by a short-sighted vision.
Right.